What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz. That's Nattybaps. We are the Baptiste Bros. Last part of the tier list for the quarterbacks ahead of the 2023-2024 NFL season. How you feeling, bro? You feeling good, son?
Hey, blessings on blessings on blessings.
Blessings on blessings. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. But before we finish, we got, I think, 9 quarterbacks left. Try to get this out. Drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on, Mike. And let's get right. Oh shit! Oh shit! Boom. We left off Jalen Hurts. Kind of consensus that he's elite. Consistently, we gotta see it again. But we definitely based off the season he had last season. I think are we basing, so again, we don't have a criteria, right? Are we basing it off of last year, history, or future?
It's all three. It's all fluid. It's all fluid. Shout out to Stephen A. It's all fluid. I mean, one guy, you don't have much of a history, but you was elite. Or we have a guy who's not much of a history, but has potential and he's shown flashes of being great. So it's fluid. It's fluid.
Okay. So
bad. Fuck that nigga. Bad.
All right.
He started bad games for the Falcons.
He did.
They had a great rushing attack. I think they had the top 5 rushing offense. That's not indicative of the quarterback. Kind of talked about it in part 1. Hey, they don't want to throw the ball. They want to run the ball. Are you that guy? No, he's not. They had to bring in freaking Taylor Heineke to Atlanta. So no, I don't think he's that guy. That class last year was to say the least. The only good quarterback apparently is Brock Purdy and Kenny Pickett. Well, Brock Purdy still is the unknown of that because again, Kyle Shanahan, Niners offense. I think he's bad. I don't think he's an unknown. I think he's just not that guy.
I agree. I think he's bad with the room to grow. Obviously, Jake London, second year. Kyle Pitts, he got injured, and Bijan Mustard. You know what I'm saying? I think with those, for me,
your honorable mention.
For me, Bijan Robinson, a lot of pressure on that young man, but he got it. I think he got that dog in him. I'm a fan of his. But Desmond Ridder definitely needs to improve. He's bad right now, but can definitely improve his stock.
The handsome man himself, Jimmy G. What you thinking, Shabazz? What you thinking?
Bro, he sucks, bro. He is not good, bro. Kevin Wilde's fascination with this man is beyond me because he has a high win percentage. It's not because of him. It is not. It's because of the defense and Kyle Shanahan. That's why you could win. Kyle Shanahan's system is idiot-proof. We've seen it with Brock Purdy. We've seen it with him. I'm not saying he's a complete scrub. He's obviously an NFL quarterback for a reason. He's obviously had high-scoring games. But if that's the exception, not the norm. You're in Las Vegas now with Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is going to carry him just like Debo and George Kittle and every other folks did before. It's okay. He's a handsome guy. But he's just it. He's just a handsome guy who plays quarterback. That is all I have to say.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
I agree. I got nothing else to add. And this is an NFL news update kind of thing too. Hey, he might not even get paid by the Raiders because he's down the Raiders, and he has to pass a physical. So who knows? He didn't pass the first time. I think he has until July to pass the physical. But who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen with him and his contract. He got a monster contract, but hey, the Raiders are gonna suck anyway. We're gonna talk about that in another video. But hey, who knows? Jimmy G, he gotta show something. He's gotta show something. But speaking of showing something, who I was pleasantly surprised, My man's Jared Goff. Used to be called, shout out to Matt, Jared Goff. Above average. I think
okay, yes, okay.
He showed why he was a number 2 pick. No, number 1 pick.
Number
Sorry.
1, yeah.
Number 1 pick. That was the St. Louis Rams days. The St. Louis Rams, not the LA Rams, St. Louis. I think, damn, it's one of those things where it's like something about him, bro. It's like maybe it's the Lions as a whole, the lovable Lions, but it's like he threw like that offense was bananas last year. And he was at the center of it. It wasn't Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's like that's an overall coach guy. He's not like an offense, but they said the offensive coordinator is like some fantastic guy, and they don't want him to leave. So he's gonna get all head coaching looks. Like he got some this year, but he stayed. I think he's gonna get some next year too. But man, that Jared Goff had a glow up. And shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Shout out to now Jamal Williams is on the Saints filming. But, like, that team, Jameson Williams, again, dumbass for getting gambling suspended. It's dumb. But I just think that he's gonna keep proving people that don't doubt him. Like, I think it's Lions almost made the playoffs. And yeah. I think the sky's the limit for him, especially off of last season and what's to come. I think he's showing that he's better than what people give him credit for.
Facts. You said everything perfectly. I feel like Jared Goff, he's never going. I strongly, not to say he's never going to be elite, but literally he's never going to be in that upper echelon of quarterback. But you can win a playoff. He wins the Super Bowl, so you obviously he can win playoff games with him, and you can contend with a Super Bowl with this guy. Do you need a lot around him? You might, but if you need him to clutch up, he has the ability to clutch up. And we not say we owe you an apology, but we're proud of you. We are proud that you have stepped up and improved your game since your time at the Rams. And it's not to say we were wrong. It's more like, yo, like you proved us in the sense that, like, yo, we didn't doubt that you could do it. We just needed to see it. So now you've shown it. So now build on that. And let's go to the playoffs, man. Lions up, baby. Word. Right, now
I'm done.
So now we got your quarterback. Talk to us. It's one of them talk to us.
My quarterback. Hold on. All right. No tier lists. No, none of that. It's me and Derek Carr. Upgrade from Andy Dalton for sure. Okay. We're in limbo. We're in a situation where it's like I'm wearing my guy Drew Brees, right? And we're trying to find a successor. We're trying to find a guy who's going to lead us to obviously the ultimate promised land. Derek Carr, I believe, we gotten the short end of the stick a lot of times. His defense in Oakland or Vegas or whatever failed him so much. Where they think that he's so like they as the pundits, they as in just people think he's bad or average. Well, he comes to a conference where it's Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, maybe, and that's it. There's nobody else in the NFC that's like, oh, definitely better than him. Like, oh my God, like definite better than him. Now you got Geno. We're going to talk about him in a second. We just talked about Jared Goff, too. It's one of those things where I'm like, for what his situation is, where, yeah, NFC South. We were trash last year. We're going to be trash this year. But I think overall, like, as a quarterback speaking, he's in a fantastic situation. So, yeah, we talked about being fluid with, like, oh, is it based off the past? Is it based off of last year? Is it based off of the future? I mean, the Raiders sucked last year, but, like, his offense didn't. The offense was fantastic last year. So, I mean, I'm arguing for above average, at least the bottom end of above average. But if you want to put him in average because you don't know, I wouldn't be mad at it. But if you're just objectively speaking, there's a lot of people in above average right now because we did say 7 to 14. But, I mean, he's top 14, top 15 guy. His stats back it up. Now he doesn't win, and that's the crux. Do you win games? Can you win games with this guy? But based off of last year, we want him over Andy Dalton. That's 100% sure. So that said, hey, I would have to put him above average. If you think he's average, if you think he's not bad and he's not elite, he's in that gray area purgatory of above average or average. So I think he's above average, but if you want to argue saying above average, I would not be mad at it. You're muted, by the way.
Sorry, my bad. I agree. I'd say he's slightly above average. Not. He could definitely take you to a Super Bowl, win you a couple playoff games. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like it's tough. It's definitely tough. He's in an unknown because like all his defenses sucked. Now you have a top 10 to top 5 defense in the Saints where like you're gonna get extra possessions. You're gonna not have to put the team on your back every single time.
Right.
And that's the awesome part. So I'm excited to what you guys happen to be in New Orleans. So now we get Geno. Right? We get Geno. And I'm gonna get a lot of slack. I don't think he's average. I gotta see it again. Because there's a reason why you were the comeback player of the year.
Right.
Or was it McCaffrey or was it him?
I think I want to say off like no research. I want to say it was him, but I can Google it right now.
I know he was in contention for it. There's a reason why you were in contention for that award. Because you left a lot to be desired in both.
It was Geno.
Okay, boom. So there's a reason why you were the comeback player of the year, which shouldn't have been you because you weren't injured. You just was a backup and you came out of nowhere and improved. This is why they need sidebar a most improved player because situations just like this. But I digress. The main thing is the fact that you played well, but your first time playing well. So I gotta see it again. The consistency. I gotta see it consistently. And then I could put you to your above average. You're never gonna be in the top tier. No, you're not. But can you be? You can win a playoff game with Geno. You could win a potentially Super Bowl. I gotta see it again in order for me to like co-sign. You know what I'm saying? Co-sign that. That's just me though.
I actually agree. I mean, based off of last year, I mean, hey, like he showed up and showed out, led the Seahawks to the playoffs. Like, if you again, the fluidity of this, I gotta keep doing the motion. It's fluid. The fluidity of this list and tiers is like, damn, like this guy is good. Well, he had one good year. Can we follow it up? You know, he had bars for days with the they woke me off, but I ain't right back. That was like the best thing he said all year. But again, I think he's just constantly improving. Like him and Jared Goff are similar, where like Jared Goff was like, damn, like he was this unknown, he's okay, average thing, and he had a fantastic season. Boom, above average. Geno's just been like bad for a long period of time, / backup for a long period of time, and then finally had a fantastic above average season. So you can't count. It's like if you're like the average odds is like, okay, cool. Like bad, average, no, boom, put it here. Jared Goff on the other hand, why do you have Jared Goff higher than Geno Smith? He was average to above average for a lot of his career, and then had a fantastic elite season. So we boom put him on the above average. At least that's what my rationale is. Now I don't know about I can't speak for Shabazz, but am I right on that?
Yeah, that's a valid rationale. I feel like he was there. He was bad. He was in a bad tier. He was a backup for a reason. Once he got the starting job, he had a good season. I just want to see it again before I'm out here saying you out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? That is it. So like, the guy next to him, you know, Dak Prescott. He's an enigma. Because he's like, if there's like a, you know, like in those questionnaires and like your job applications or whatever like that, it's like agree, slightly agree, neutral. And he's like in between the above average and slightly above average. He's like right there because he can make all the throws, especially because he got injured. So he was off for injury and all that. But you led the league in interceptions. That's the red flag. You've had like your owners on your side, whether he's not because he got injured, and then he's saying that is it Ben DiNucci or whoever the backup was who had like a good like 4-week run when they didn't lose a game, whatever.
Oh, cool. No, was it Cooper Rush? No.
Cooper Rush? It might have been. Was it Cooper?
I think Cooper.
Let's say Cooper Rush. And then you're saying it's a quarterback controversy. If you're that guy, there is no quarterback controversy. There's no quarterback nothing. There's no quarterback nothing. But then you lead the league in interceptions, and you're a vet at this point. You're a vet. So for that, I'm gonna say you're average. You're like the borderline between above average and average. If you have a good season, because you've led the league in passing before, passing yards. You've led the league in passing touchdowns. Like you have the skills, but the production don't match that. You're very inconsistent, my brother. So you ain't Kirk Cousins. There was a freaking video. There's a thing that's like, oh, he's a black Kirk Cousins. That's enough to say what kind of guy you are. Now, I'm never going to tear down a brother. I'm trying not to. It's hard. But have a good season. Use this as motivation. If this comes to your way, use this as motivation. We don't hate you. We just hate the Cowboys. So, I mean, use this motivation and get back to the above average. Because you're never going to be in that top. But between 7 and 14, you're there. But last season was very bad for you, my brother. But you got Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb now. And Tony Pollard. So I think you're going to be fine.
Can we do some shifting around?
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Can we put Kyler Murray in average?
Okay.
Dak at the end of above average.
Okay.
Because I think, and he does play Dallas, he does play like all that stuff for that. He did lead the league in picks. But he is better than Kirk Cousins. He's better than a lot of the guys in that average tier. Like I would have him over a lot of these guys.
True.
Like, and that's the key. Like, damn, will I like cool? Elite, cool. Above average. Will you have those guys even for one play, one drive, one season? Like every tier should get progressively okay. Like I'll have these guys, then I have these guys, and I have these guys. I would have Dak Prescott for a season over Kyler Murray. Mm-hmm. I would have him over Geno. I would have him over Kirk. Like I'd have. And Deshaun Watson is like the one outlier. He's like the asterisk because we don't know if we're gonna get 2 years ago or 3 years ago Watson or now. Like we don't know. He's the enigma / unknown. But we're gonna keep him the average because of the last year. But I'd have Dak Prescott over a lot of those guys. Almost everybody on that list on the average tier. So that's the only reason I'm like, ugh, can we have him there? But that's other than that, I mean, all your points are valid. Like all your points are definitely valid. Average or above average, one of those. If me personally, I'd have Dak above every single person on that average tier and below. Would you?
I would. And if we're gonna do some switching around, I'm gonna play Tua at the edge. Cause you give Dak, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle. Cause you've seen what he's able to do with just one top guy. You give him Jalen Waddle, he's a one on a lot of teams, and you give him Tyreek, who is a top 5 receiver, but he's throwing 6,000 yards. He's going crazy. So I'll just make that switch. But all right, that's fair. Trevor Lawrence. So rookie season, Urban Meyer. Yep. Don't count. We don't count that. Because last year was spectacular. I'm not gonna put him in elite yet. I'm not. You won a playoff game. You came back for 28 down. Like, yo. So for that, you got my utmost respect for.
He was the reason why they were down 28.
He was the reason why they were down
4 picks, bro. Like what?
So for that, and then when you won, you contended. You were down. You only lost by 7 to the Chiefs. Like you played them close. So I'm gonna put you in above average, but like you're like the next guy up. You're like literally for me the next guy. Like literally, you have the top 6, and I'm pretty sure you guys can see who they're gonna be. At the 2 of the last 3 are gonna be in the elite tier. But then you're the next guy up because this season we're gonna have this in another video. The Jags might be the 1 seed because their schedule is super barbecue chicken, bro. It's super light. It's super light. We're gonna talk about that eventually, but right now I have them above average, but it's just slightly above average. Like that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely win the Super Bowl with Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah, and you had mentioned it's like this guy right here is like the cutoff. Like boom, there's Lawrence, and then there's everybody else on that tier. Like there is there is not a sizable gap, but there is a gap between Lawrence and then everybody else on that list on the above average tier. Like there is a gap. Everything you said is fine. Hey, the prince that was promised as he came and he's
trademarked now. It's got trademarked now.
That's awesome, man. Good shout out to Nick Wright, man. But yeah, I just think that he got the short end of the stick I was about to say freshman year, his rookie season. But can he continue to get better, continue to lead? And that Jags team, we talked about it. We got a video coming out. It's like, damn, the Jags have the AFC South, and they have a good schedule. Who knows? Next, 3 more to go, and we'll be done, and we will do some revisions if there are. Josh Allen, as Shabazz put in his recent video, go check that out. Top 5 players under the most pressure. Josh Allen was number 1. We both. I mean, yes, he's elite. It's not even up there. That's fine. It's one of those things. He lost Brian Daboll, started turning the ball over more. The Stephon Diggs is unhappy now. He doesn't have anyone else really outside of him. They got the Dalton Kincaid dude from Utah. No, not Utah.
Georgia?
The rookie.
Right?
Huh?
Was it Georgia?
It might have been Georgia. Who knows? Point is, they drafted a fantastic tight end too. But like, they have Dawson Knox. No, Dawson Knox left. Point is, if they don't have Diggs, they don't have a fantastic receiving core. Receiving core, not tight end core. And they're still waiting on James Cook to take the next leap, and he did. So they have offensive line. They have everything around him. But it's like he went from AFC title game to competitive AFC divisional round to not so competitive AFC divisional round against the Bengals. His teams are regressing. His teams are not performing. And it's him. He's not performing well in these playoffs and these big matchups. He's not. And we got to be fair. He's elite. Yes, he has elite character, elite, all that stuff. He's a top 5 quarterback. But there's so much expectations of him where I'm like, damn, can he? We was MVP this, MVP. I'm like, can he finally do it? He has the skills to be Burrow and be Mahomes and beat them, but he can't. For some reason, he just can't. He's like the third brother. He's the Phillip Rivers of like the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Big Ben rather. I'll say more Big Ben than anything else. He's like, he can win games, he can win you stuff, but it's like, damn, you would rather have the top 2 guys, and especially in the AFC. And Justin Herbert's the Phillip Rivers, literally,
yeah.
But 4 of the top 5 or 5 of the top 6 are in the AFC, and we can skip Ryan Tannehill. I mean, do you have anything to say about Josh Allen before we move on?
I already said it in the video, so watch that. I'm saying go watch that. Ryan Tannehill, bad. He's not average anymore. Granted, it's kind of hard to do anything when your team is a dominant. Like you got King Henry, and you traded AJ Brown away, and you got a rookie who was injured for a lot of the time. I give you the slack, but everyone who watched the Tennessee Titans, we just knew like there's a reason why they drafted who's that rookie? Not
Malik something.
Malik Willis, right? There's a reason why they drafted him because your ceiling is not that high. Your floor is your floor, but you can't be a transcendent quarterback.
Yeah, they just drafted Will Levis too, so who knows how long Ryan Tannehill has.
He's on a short leash. And to be honest, if I'm him, I'm like, I'm ready for my next team. So however many games he got, it's his audition for his next team. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But you give him a team with some good receivers, hey man, you do some things.
It's not that long ago the Titans were a 1 seed. It wasn't just because Derrick Henry. Tannehill plays like just like literally was it 2 years ago? Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. They were 1 seed.
You want to average?
No. He was bad. He's bad, and he's on the decline. It's just, again, I talked about it before. It's just like the football life of people. Like, is what have you done for me lately? It's like 1.5 years, 2 years. It's like you think, oh my god, this guy's like okay-ish or average or even elite, and it's like time passes for nobody. And Tannehill's shown is like, damn, he was good or he's average or serviceable. Now he's in an injured bench. You got rookies being drafted to him too. It's like, damn. All right, and now before Shabazz says his piece about his guy, all right, I want to just say this. I'm gonna take his approach, and the only thing I'm gonna say, because again, Renault's he's gonna put him in elite, and is going that I'm being overruled in this decision, ladies and gentlemen. I just will say this: he's been hurt for 2 years in a row and can't finish the season. However, outside of Mahomes, he's the only one that won an MVP in that tier. So it's like when healthy, he is dynamic, elite. He's like one of the best quarterbacks ever. But can he stay healthy? He got the bag. That's why he was on the. Hey, go again. Watch this Shabazz TV. Under special. He got the bag. Can he stay healthy and perform? And he's got weapons this year, so no excuses on that. I'm gonna give Shabazz the floor to explain why he's elite.
You feel me? Yeah. There's no real reason, son. He's the only guy with an MVP besides Mahomes. I'm pretty sure we all know if he got paid when he was supposed to get paid, he would have played. We know this, man. We know this. He would have played. And to be fair, we would have won against the Bengals. And then we would have played. Who we would have played? We were the 7th seed. Oh, no, we were the 6th seed. So we would have played the Chiefs, probably beat the Chiefs, and then we go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. But that was last season, man. This season, man, he's elite. No excuses. No excuses at all. There's none. There's really none. Because of the fact that he has receivers now. OBJ, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman coming off an injury. I know. J.K. Dobbins is back. He wants to get paid, though. He wants to get paid. This is not a State of the Ravens address. This is a Lamar Jackson address. He's elite because he's the most dynamic quarterback in the league. He's not the best. He's not Mahomes. But in terms of doing anything and everything he wants to do on the football field, he can. Not everybody can do what he can do. With the respect of Justin Football Fields and maybe College. He's that guy. He's my guy. So he's elite. Fuck out of here. But if you think about it realistically, though, he's either elite or above average. He's either, if you want to swap Trevor Lawrence and Lamar, I wouldn't be mad. I give high praise to Trevor Lawrence. So if you want to switch them two, you could, but we not because it's my show, my channel. Fuck out of here. No. So we got Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert, Allen, Hurts, and Lamar as the elite. And then right under that is Trevor Lawrence. So it's 7, right? Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, Justin Football Fields, Jared Goff, Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, and Tua Tagovailoa. Average. We got Kyler. We got to see it. He's injured. So for me, this season might be a little asterisk for him, but we got to see it. Geno got to improve. Again, you got to be consistent with it. Kirk Thuggins. It's Kirk Thuggins. He's the barometer. Russ, if you want to switch Russ with him, I'm not, because the wound is still sharp for me. I'm not gonna lie. The wound of the smoking that Russ pack, you feel me, is still hitting until he proves otherwise. Then we got Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett's, Daniel Jones, Brock Purdy, Sam Howell. Then we got Bad, which is kind of harsh, but it's for Baker Mayfield. It's the perfect. Jimmy G, you got to pass your physical. Desmond Ridder, you coming off a shaky rookie season. Mac, Daddy Jones, I don't know. And then Ryan Tannehill, you're just there. And then we got the 3 rookies, and Jordan Love is the unknowns, man. Any swaps you want to make?
Nah, I think we nailed it, man. I think we nailed it. I think we got a good list right here. Now, again, I said this before, I say it again. This is fluid. I think that at the same time, we might do this again in the midseason and figure out, hey, we might put rookies who didn't start or rookies who just now got started, like Will Levis. Who knows? But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got a good list there. I think we got a good tier list. If you disagree, leave your thoughts in the comments. Share with your friends. Say, hey, these dudes, they smart. They know what's going on. Or, damn, these niggas don't know what they talking about. What it is. We love engagement. We love talking to you guys. Message us on Twitter, Instagram, Kick. If you want to watch us play Fortnite on Twitch, talk to us, engage with us. But again, football content still to come. More videos on the pike. Hey, we got a long off season. We got about 50 days or so. I don't know what that's that meme that I saw. But point is, we got a couple of weeks, a lot of weeks until football season starts. So more content on the way. I'm Nattybaps. That's Shabazz TV. We'll talk to you guys next time. Please like, subscribe if you're new. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And till next time.